Well, good morning, everybody. This is Dear Mama Sal on a soggy, very soggy Thursday morning. And yay, it's Thursday. For those of you who don't know, I don't work Fridays. So Thursday is my Friday. And so I'm really always very happy on a Thursday. It's 6 degrees here in southern British Columbia, but that would equate to 42 in American. I'm on the west coast here, and it's otherwise known as the wet coast, and today would be a good reason why. I see flashing police lights up ahead. That's not a good sign so early in the morning, so we'll find out what's going on there. The first thing I wanted to talk about this morning was thank you very much for the comments that you leave me. I said to somebody this morning when I always try and answer the comments that I get. I'm really go out of my way to do that, but if any of you ever don't get a comment back from me, it's because you're probably on Google Plus and I can't answer you unless you've given permission for me to do that. I'm not quite sure how that works out, but all I know is that I don't get the option to reply. I get the option to give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down, but not a reply. And even if I go to your link, I can't do it. So it's not that I don't want to reply to you, it's I physically can't. So if you've asked me a question and you're on Google Plus, you might want to check your settings and just see whether you've got something clicked that says nobody can respond to you, or particularly I can't. And I'll take that very personally. And you know, it really is quite strange because I really want to reply, and it's quite frustrating when you can't. I'll get over it. Seriously, I'll get over it. So that's the perfectionist in me that wants to do it right. Okay. So it definitely is a very overcast, grey, nasty-looking day. But I'm going to make it a sunshiny day because I don't feel like having a grey day today. I feel like having a fun day today. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to make today fun, but I actually, the more fun I make it, the more quickly it will go, and the more quickly it'll be the weekend for me. Yay! I've got another busy weekend. Not overly busy, but I get to sleep in on Friday morning. That's why I love Friday mornings. I always give myself permission to sleep in just about as much as my body wants to. Which normally is quite a bit. It's quite scary. But I also have been working hard in the last week to make sure I get at least 6 straight hours sleep. And that probably is more difficult for me than it sounds. But I've been doing it. I've really been quite proud of myself that I have been working on making sure I get at least 6 hours sleep. And even to the extent that once the video is uploaded at night, I sort of catnap while I'm watching programs, just so that my body gets to rest a bit more. I get a real sense that my body is quite worn out. And so I'm really looking forward to the vacation in April, where hopefully we get to really relax. Also, I'm going away down to see Benji and Judy in a couple of weeks. So, in fact, next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. Not that that will necessarily be what I call, actually it will be relaxing because it's totally different. And we have so many people that will be there because it's a first birthday party. And we have so many people that will be there, and there'll be lots of catching up and chit-chatting, and undoubtedly lots of eating and drinking. So, what's not to love, right? I want to make sure that I spend the next couple of months pacing myself a lot better. So I want to get back to this business of pacing oneself. I can feel that I'm very close to beating up on myself for things I haven't done this year already. And I really don't want to go there because I'm working pretty hard, and I'm also doing Dear Mama Sal. And I've got to remember I'm not a spring chicken. And so, unless I want to give up some of the stuff I'm doing on Dear Mama Sal, I have to allow for a sec that some things just aren't going to get done the way I would like them to be. So I was really giving that a lot of thought this week as to what I should and should not do around this. And my attitude is, what I'm doing seems to work. I just need to just forgive myself on the rest of it. That's the whole trick, isn't it? So there's a combination between pacing and forgiveness. Those are the two magical things. So I am really trying to get into a routine. Let me try and explain this. That part of the thing about being a vlogger is that, you know, you have to upload video. And it's a double upload, if you like, because number one, you have to upload it from your camera into your computer, which takes time. And then, as you know, you then edit it, and then you save that. That takes a lot of time. Then you need to upload it to YouTube. That takes a lot of time. Oh no, you've still got to do annotations and stuff, you know, the bits that thank you for being a viewer and subscribe here and all that sort of stuff. That also takes a bit of time. But the whole point being that the whole process takes, on a good day, a couple of hours. On a bad day, it can take 4 hours. And on some days, it's taken as long as 6 when, you know, just nothing goes right. And I'm certain there isn't a YouTuber out there that hasn't had those days where you upload and for some reason, you know, I don't know what happened to the upload, but it just went totally wrong. So really the trick that I'm learning is to not sit and watch these things happen. You know, not sit and wait for the upload to happen. Is to set it going and then go and do something. Perhaps that should be my topic today. Go and do something. Now, you probably have your own version of this. You know, maybe you sit and watch television and instead of go and do something. So that's what happens to me, is that I get caught up with sitting, looking at the computer screen, waiting for the next part to process. And I really now have realized I do not have the time to do that anymore. What I need to do is set it going and then go and do something and then come back 15 minutes later or 20 minutes later, whatever, and then take the next step and then go and do something else. And I've been doing that the last couple of nights, and it's most peculiar because in a strange way it's been faster. Don't ask me why that's happened, I don't know. But it does appear to have been faster. I seem to have got the video up onto YouTube and published faster than in the last couple of days by doing this. Plus, I've eaten earlier because I'm busy. That's what I go and do, is go and make something to eat. So I wonder what your go and do something thing is. Is it tidy a room? One of the things that used to amaze me when I was, I had a very busy life, you know, when I was on the road as a speaker, and I'd come home for a couple of days before I went back out on the road again. And somewhere in between that, I used to try and get housework done. But what used to amaze me is how much I could get done in a commercial break. And, you know, it's amazing how much you can dust in a commercial break, or how much you can clean a window or something like that. But the thing today is, I don't know about the rest of you, but I hardly ever watch television now, except tonight I will because it's hockey. But, you know, I really don't watch television as much as I used to. What I do watch, I'm inclined to watch online. So, it's a fascinating dynamic that you just need to work around it differently, I guess. And the joke is, part of the reason I like to watch things online is because there aren't any commercials. But it also does mean, if I've got the discipline, that I can put a stop on the video or whatever I'm watching, you know, whenever I want. It doesn't mean just because there isn't a commercial break, it doesn't mean that I can't take one. And of course, the great thing about watching it online is when you come back, you can actually carry on watching from where you left off. I'm busy binge watching a Netflix series that was obviously filmed in Seattle. And it makes me laugh because almost every episode, it is positively hissing rain. I mean, you can't believe how much rain there is in this series. And I'm going, boy, I know it's the Pacific Northwest, but I mean, really? If you watch that series, you'd think it does nothing but rain in this part of the world, which for a couple of months a year, I guess it does. But watching this series, you'd think we spend our whole life in torrential rain, which is so untrue. So I don't think it did a good job of advertising Seattle. Or maybe they did it to put people off going to Seattle. Because Seattle is a very pretty city. Very pretty indeed. Anyway, so let's look at this whole thing. And, sorry, I just had to watch the traffic for a moment there. A bit extra traffic watching. So go and do something is about being aware of how much we sit. And I really am quite horrified at how much of a slug I have become. I need to get off my rump and I need to get outside and start walking again. The question is, will I do it? I'm hoping that a few other people need to do it as well, in which case we'll start the 10-minute challenges and I won't be on my own when I do it. I will know other people are doing it with me, or want to be doing it with me. I am really aware of the fact that I am loading up on fresh fruit and vegetables to try and counter my sugar craving. And really being aware of added sugar. And however much I know I should not be adding any sugar, I still do. What do I think is going to change, really? Now, there's only one thing that's going to change my weight situation, and that is get out and do something. And isn't it strange? I'm the heaviest I've ever been in my life. And yet, I actually feel quite good. So it's a strange combination of stuff. So give me some feedback, if you will. What do you need to get up and go and do? Just so that we can voice these things. I've always found that when you talk about it outwardly, not just beat yourself up on it, but if you talk about it, your chances of doing something about it are greater. And so I'd like to find out what some of you want to get up and do, as opposed to sit and not do. And the question is, will I be able to get out this weekend and walk, even for 10 minutes? Remember, that's how I started last time. And my big struggle was not to go out and walk. The big struggle was to get out of the front door. Once I was out of the front door, I was quite happy. It was the discipline of getting out of the front door that really was a problem for me. And the only way I could do it was knowing I only had to go out for 5 minutes and come back for 5 minutes, and I was done. I had achieved the goal. And I did well with it. I really was very proud of myself. So, let's see if I can do it again. What am I saying? I'm laughing because, you know, if any of you said to me, let's see if I can do it again, I'd just look at you and go, are you going to do it or aren't you? You know, that's what my answer would be. And listen to me, I'm falling into the same trap. Well, let's find out, shall we? Let's see how I do in the next month. Do I overcome my tendency to sit around and do nothing? Well, actually, I don't sit around and do nothing. That's not fair. That's not fair on me. Do I look at my life and plan it differently and make time for some exercise? That's the question. All right, on that very positive note, I wish you lots of luck in whatever it is that you need to get up and do. And as I said, if you can, let me know what you need to get up and do so I don't feel like the only person struggling here. That would be very helpful to me. Why does that always feel better, I wonder? You notice that, if you know you're not the only one. If you've got any input on that one, that'll be good too. This is Dear Mama Sal saying, have a great day. I'm going to continue to make mine a sunshiny one, even though some of this may not have sounded very sunshiny. I actually do feel quite chirpy today, and I intend to stay chirpy. It's my day for reminding everybody that it's Friday, and then everybody looks at me and they roll their eyes at me. Because, you know, they've still got another Friday to go, and it's called tomorrow, and I don't. Yay. Anyway, this is Dear Mama Sal wishing you a wonderful day, and hope that you smiled a bit along the way. and that I hope you smile lots during your day or evening or morning or whatever it is, whatever time you watch this. I send you big hugs and lots of smiles. And the reminder to go do it. Bye-bye for now.